will ripple out a whispered song and whisper it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go?
I'm Jo Crossland. I'm head of Dementia Care at Avery, and I've been with the Avery company for the last 3.5 years. I'm a registered nurse. I also have qualifications in dementia care. I have a degree and a master's degree in dementia care, and for the last 30 years all I've ever done is work in the field of dementia care, because that's all that really makes me excited. I'm doing my PhD with the aim of looking at developing a staff-led family resource to support families during the first 12 months in the care home, because that can be the scariest time of a family's experience as they support their loved one with dementia. ReConnect really focuses on the principle that people with dementia become disconnected very quickly. And in the field of dementia care, if we're not very careful, that means that people become lost. So we need to reconnect those people to the lives that they've always lived. Although some of our activities in the activity programme are specifically geared towards people with dementia and other cognitive difficulties, we also have a lot of activities where residents from every area of the home can access. And we have a great store on activities being failure free, which means that residents, regardless of their cognitive ability or disability, don't feel that they can't attend because they fear that they can't complete or engage properly. Access to the outdoors and access to gardens and outdoor space is a crucial part of everyday living, and that's no different to people with dementia. And we place a lot of emphasis on making sure that our residents have access to outdoors as much as they can. Most residents that come to live in an Avery care home have had very strong links with their local community or the community in which they lived prior to coming to the care home, and that's something we place a great store on maintaining once a person moved into an Avery home. The stereotype of people with dementia many years ago coming into a care home meant that those links with their community were severed, and that's something we work very hard to change. All of our care homes have transport, minibuses and that sort of thing, so that residents can continue to access local churches, local social groups and the local pub if that's what they want to do, because that's an important part of continuing to live well. When we are putting together a resident's care plan, we work with the resident but also with the family so that we can create the most detailed picture that we possibly can. Families are a great resource of information, and it also helps families to feel part of this next transition of their loved one's life. We know that there is a very strong connection between emotions and music and memories. And we've seen some great results of residents that we've been able to connect with, who perhaps we've really struggled previously to connect with. So a resident for whom we've understood the significance of a particular song, who we've really been able to find ways of communicating effectively with that resident. And not only the resident, but the family. And families have said that, you know, just for a little while, mum or dad have come back.
I said, shake, rattle and roll. Well, you never do nothing, say your doggone soul. Wearing those dresses, your hair's done up so nice. Wearing those dresses, your hair's done up so nice. Well, you look so warm, but your heart is cold as ice.
There are an increasing number of community choirs that are aimed at people with dementia, but also the wider community, and a lot of our homes support our residents with dementia to attend those. A lot of our care homes in the Avery organisation host nurseries for children, for preschool age children, and that's a fantastic opportunity for residents with dementia to engage within intergenerational work. Children ask for very little other than people to engage with them, and so that's helpful for our residents with dementia. An important part of the ReConnect strategy is the training pathway that we've created at Avery for all of our staff. It's a bespoke training pathway. It isn't limited just to care staff, because everybody working in an Avery care home has a massive part to play in supporting residents. And one of the things that we place great emphasis on is that everybody who works in an Avery care home, regardless of their job role or title, is a care worker, because we all work in care. And some of our residents find the maintenance team or the housekeeping team the most important people in their world. And to see one of the maintenance workers take a resident outside to do some maintenance in the garden is as valuable to that resident as attending planned activities. Some of our residents help on reception, some of our residents help in the kitchen, a lot of our residents help with housekeeping duties because that's what they choose to do, and that gives them a real sense of fulfilment and well-being. A great carer comes to us with bags of enthusiasm, bags of natural caring, a commitment to getting it right, a commitment to understanding the people that they are caring for, and a willingness to learn. As part of our ReConnect training programme, we welcome colleagues from external partner agencies such as local authorities and clinical commissioning groups to attend training so that they understand our position on dementia care and the way that we support our residents with dementia to live well. We've developed a reaction support tool that helps us to understand why a person with dementia is becoming distressed and the sorts of things that we can do and the support that we can give to help our staff to alleviate that distress, and that focuses back on a person's life story as well as other elements of that person as a whole. What we do at Avery is look at non-pharmacological ways of supporting residents, so therapeutic interventions that don't rely on medication wherever possible. The dining experience at Avery is potentially one of the most sociable times of the day for residents with dementia. And it's important to us that we use the information we gather during life story work to help us to understand how best to support a resident with dementia to continue to eat well. We also use the information that we gather during life story to find out people's preferences. For instance, the gentleman that likes strong tea in a blue mug with 3 sugars, that's important information to help us to support a man to remain hydrated and avoid infection and other things. The traditional view of a dementia care home or a good dementia care home is where people aren't put at risk of any kind, and of course at Avery we take great care to make sure that people aren't put at unnecessary risk. However, we also recognise that part of quality of life and achieving well-being involves people continuing to live, and in every aspect of living there is a degree of risk. People with dementia need to continue to live, and at Avery what we do is have a very robust series of risk assessments and assessment processes that help us balance risk with quality of life, and that's crucial to make sure that people are calm and free from distress wherever possible.